Shekinah Garner and Imani Jalassi from 90 Day Fiancé are the latest cast members feuding in the franchise, but what really happened between them? Imani is part of the franchise's first ever throuple in 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, living in San Diego with her husband, Matt, and their girlfriend Eni from Mexico. Originally from Tunisia, she moved to the US at 18, speaks 4 languages, and built a career in tech by working for companies like Google, while also founding her own real estate LLC. Imani identifies as bisexual and has been navigating the challenges of polyamory with Matt. Shekinah Garner and Imani Jalassi from 90 Day Fiancé are the latest cast members feuding in the franchise, but what really happened between them? Imani is part of the franchise's first ever throuple in 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, living in San Diego with her husband, Matt, and their girlfriend Eni from Mexico. Originally from Tunisia, she moved to the US at 18, speaks 4 languages, and built a career in tech by working for companies like Google, while also founding her own real estate LLC. Imani identifies as bisexual and has been navigating the challenges of polyamory with Matt. When Imani walked in on set, feeling cold thanks to the New York weather, the producer asked her if she had a bit of work done. They wanted to know if she was comfortable sharing the details. Imani revealed that she had done a couple of surgeries. She had gotten a BBL done along with a nose job. Imani admitted that she had felt the pressure to go do all the surgeries so she could fit into the box that society created. However, Imani also added that in the process of doing so, she lost pieces of herself. Imani was heard telling her husband about her tell-all strategy. She was not going to spare anyone who would criticize her at the reunion. As Sarper and Shekinah walked up to the group of cast members that Imani and Matt were a part of, Shekinah visibly ignored Imani, who was right next to her, and walked up to Mark Bassett to say hi. She then turned her attention to Matt and again ignored Imani. This time, Imani tried to strike up a conversation with Shekinah by asking her, "Wait, did they tell you I'm also wearing green?" Shekinah said no and added that it was fine, since they were different shades of green. Meanwhile, a producer asked Imani about the tension between the two cast members had between them. Imani revealed that she'd proactively tried to reach out to Shekinah to try and build a friendship. However, Shekinah gave her brief, one-word replies. Imani figured that Shekinah didn't want to talk to her, but she couldn't understand why. "So yeah, bring it," she warned the cameras. Sean Robinson asked Shekinah if she had changed her look. Shekinah revealed she got a little lift done to her under eyes after she got her fillers removed. She said the new surgery made her feel natural, like the way she looked before she got her fillers. When she turned to Imani to ask about her procedures, Imani mentioned the body overhaul that she went through and claimed that, unlike Shekinah, it was not something she was proud of. Shekinah declared Imani did the procedures for the wrong reasons. While Shekinah believed she went under the knife to fix things that were bothering her, Imani did it to fit society's standards. Imani said she went through an identity crisis because she didn't look like herself anymore. But you didn't want to look like yourself. That's why you got the surgery, right? Shekinah asked her. Imani said she didn't want to lose who she was and wanted to still look like herself. But then what was the point of getting surgery? Shekinah asked her bluntly. "You're rude," replied Imani. Imani and Shekinah had first talked about plastic surgery during their initial conversation before the tell-all. However, Shekinah didn't like Imani, telling her that while she liked Shekinah, she was sorry in advance for the things she was going to say about Shekinah at the tell-all. Shekinah thought it was a very calculated move because she never plans what she is going to say in advance. Shekinah felt that Imani trying to premeditate being mean to her said a lot about Imani's character. Imani accused Shekinah of being thirsty for screen time. It made Sarper jump in, and he also called Imani calculated. The two women then used the F word for each other as it looked like theirs was a relationship that could never develop into a friendship. It looks like things haven't changed between Imani and Shekinah since they filmed the 90 Day Fiancé tell-all. Shekinah is not following Imani from her official Instagram page. However, Imani is still following a Hollywood makeup account by Shekinah, which suggests that she still respects Shekinah's art despite the words exchanged between them. 90 Day Fiancé star Stevie Nicole's before and after photos show her stunning weight loss transformation. Stevie was a single mom from Mississippi who met Mahdi al-Saadi, an Iranian man, while teaching English online. Their connection was instant, and after meeting in Turkey, Mahdi proposed within a week. They began the K-1 visa process, bringing Mahdi to the US to start a life together. Stevie, a bold and creative personality, expressed herself through her art, particularly nude female paintings, which quickly became a source of tension as Mahdi struggled with cultural differences and his conservative background. As 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 progressed, their relationship was tested by culture shock, communication gaps, and personal insecurities. Mahdi found it hard to adjust, while Stevie's open, outspoken nature sometimes clashed with his values. Family dynamics added to the pressure, but Stevie remained determined to make things work. She felt disappointed with Mahdi not trusting her, but Stevie didn't give up on him. Despite their challenges, Stevie and Mahdi have continued trying to bridge their differences in the hope of building a future based on love and understanding. While Stevie decided to make her relationship public by signing up for 90 Day Fiancé with Mahdi, she kept a few big things about herself a secret. Stevie passingly mentioned she had 2 kids in her debut episode. She never revealed their names, how old they were, or what they did. Stevie even managed not to have the cameras film them despite them staying with her and Mahdi throughout the season. Similarly, Stevie only recently opened up about having a medical condition, narcolepsy. After fans noticed telltale signs, she could have had it. In the same fashion, Stevie also didn't talk about her weight on the show. Stevie's co-star Greg Chillick spoke about his being overweight and his weight loss journey during his interview. Stevie has a similar story, but kept it private. In fact, Stevie also owes her weight loss success to Mahdi. She shed light on her weight loss during the tell-all. One thing a lot of people here probably don't know about me is I was like, what, like way over 200 pounds, Stevie announced to her co-stars midway through Tell-All Part 1. When Stevie and Mahdi met, it was during an online English class. Stevie had scrolled through Mahdi's Instagram profile and seen the shirtless photos, but he may not have been posting them to entice girls. Mahdi is a personal trainer and was seemingly advertising his fitness skills. Mahdi got his green card and has been working as a personal trainer in Hattiesburg. Stevie disclosed that Mahdi used to make workout plans for her and, using those, she has lost an extreme amount of weight and even feels so much better about herself. Stevie received several compliments from her 90 Day Fiancé co-stars, like Shekinah Garner, who told her she looked amazing after seeing her before and after photos. Stevie underwent a major transformation because she was much larger when Mahdi first met her. Mahdi wanted to make Stevie a better version of herself. He felt proud about talking about how he was successful in doing it. He did admit that Stevie's transformation was still a work in progress, as they were still working on it. Meanwhile, Mahdi, who had been jealous of Stevie having women clients she painted nudes for, wasn't receiving the same treatment from his wife. Once Mahdi confirmed that he had taken up personal training as a career since coming to America, Stevie started helping him grow his business. Stevie revealed that Mahdi has several women clients and that Stevie sends them his way. You send the women? 90 Day Fiancé Tell-All host Sean Robinson asked, and Stevie replied, absolutely, with much confidence. Shekinah Garner from 90 Day Fiancé is revealing whether she and Sarper Given are still together after confessing to marriage problems at the tell-all. Shekinah from Los Angeles and Sarper from Turkey met on a dating app ahead of their The Other Way Season 5 debut. Shekinah traveled to and from Istanbul several times before Sarper proposed to her, and the couple filed for his K-1 visa. Sarper arrived in America in 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, and that's where most of their relationship problems began. Sarper reluctantly married Shekinah and, at the tell-all, admitted he regretted it. Shekinah conducted a Q&A session on Instagram recently. One of her followers asked Shekinah, via 90 Day Fiancé _Alexa, about her and Sarper. They hoped that Sarper and Shekinah would still be together, and it lasts forever. They told Shekinah not to let anyone bring her down. Shekinah shared a sweet selfie with Sarper and their pet dog as a response. She also told the fan, "Thank you," suggesting she liked them complimenting her marriage to Sarper. Sarper was unhappy with his new life in America, mostly because he felt restricted and controlled by his partner. He was used to a playboy lifestyle back home, which he gave up for Shekinah out of love. However, Shekinah still had trust issues. She even tagged his location using an AirTag hidden in his car keychain. Sarper also got cold feet thinking about his first marriage, which had quickly ended in divorce. During the tell-all, it had been 4 months since the couple's wedding. On Christmas Day, Sarper took off his wedding ring and left it on a table in their apartment. When asked why, he explained that Shekinah had kicked him out, and he spent 10 days living in a rental, less than a month after their wedding. At the tell-all, Shekinah admitted, "I feel like he doesn't truly love me if he can so easily get up and leave." She wanted unity in their marriage, but felt disconnected. However, a recent selfie Shekinah posted with Sarper suggests their relationship has improved since that difficult moment. Shekinah told the cameras that her biggest fear had come true, as everything changed after she and Sarper got married. In April 2025, she also shared her feelings on social media, stating that she had no plans to return to the franchise. Her comments sparked rumors that she and Sarper might appear on The Last Resort next, given the intensity of their relationship issues. For now, the couple seems to have resolved their problems without therapy, but it remains to be seen what's next for the controversial. David Toborowski from 90 Day Fiancé has left Thailand, leaving Annie Soin and their baby behind as he embarks on an unexpected journey to another country. David and Annie first met in Thailand and got engaged just days after they began dating. They officially tied the knot in 90 Day Fiancé Season 5 and started their marriage, facing financial hardships and an uncomfortable living situation. Shekinah Garner and Sarper Givens betting on 90 Day Fiancé did not have a happily ever after ending for the couple. Shekinah and Sarper were first seen in The Other Way Season 5, in which the Los Angeles-based single mom traveled to Turkey to live with Sarper. Shekinah had met Sarper on a dating app and became his first girlfriend, despite Sarper being 45 years old. Sarper had been married in the past, but he'd never been serious about any woman until he crossed paths with Shekinah. Meanwhile, she helped Sarper erase his bad boy past. Sarper and Shekinah arrived separately at the reunion in New York. Sarper admitted he regretted marrying Shekinah. He said they would have been happier if they hadn't gotten married. Sarper told host Sean Robinson that their married life was a roller coaster with its ups and downs. Shekinah claimed that their honeymoon period was over really fast, and they didn't even have a honeymoon. It appears Sarper also never bought Shekinah a wedding ring. Shekinah said that their dynamic changed after Sarper came to America, and he struggled to fit in and live in her space, via Extra TV. As per Shekinah, Sarper going through really bad depression brought up a lot of anger from him and her. Sarper had always been a control freak, and losing control in his new life made him feel depressed. He said he didn't like the marriage because it brought a lot of new responsibilities and duties into his life. He felt that being dependent on Shekinah was the biggest nightmare in his life. Both of their egos were big, and they clashed, leading to an avalanche of issues. Sarper and Shekinah had been sleeping in separate rooms. In October 2023, Shekinah and Sarper were one of the new couples introduced to 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way viewers during Season 5. During Q&A sessions on their individual Instagram stories after their debut, both answered fan questions about potential wedding plans. They each revealed they had no intention of walking down the aisle anytime soon. Shekinah was the first to be asked when a wedding might happen, after one follower commented, "Can't wait to see you both as husband and wife," prompting her to explain that marriage wasn't currently in their plans. Shekinah responded to a fan's question by posting a mirror selfie of herself and Sarper in an elevator. Alongside the photo, she shared her perspective on marriage, writing, "Thank you, but we don't really feel like we need to be married in order to be happy together forever." She further elaborated, calling marriage a cultural conditioning and dying institution. Still, Shekinah added that if Sarper were to propose, she would say yes, showing she remained open to the possibility. When asked by a fan on Instagram, "Will we be seeing a wedding and children in the future?" Sarper responded with a photo of himself kissing Shekinah. In his reply, he downplayed the importance of a formal ceremony, writing, Wedding is just a signature on paper. The main thing is putting that signature to heart. His comment suggested that emotional commitment held more value to him than a legal marriage, reflecting the couple's unconventional approach to their relationship. Julia Trubkina from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, has teamed up with a controversial cast member to promote her business. After overcoming marital issues with her husband, Brandon Gibbs, Julia launched her new business, Kingdom for Dogs, in early 2025. She was thrilled to have finally achieved a successful career in the United States, but then faced a tragic turn of events. Julia lost her dog, Simba, which greatly affected her emotional well-being. Her grief prompted her to travel to Serbia to reunite with her family. Julia shared photos with her family, but none included her husband, Brandon. Earlier, Julia posted a photo of a black cat with one of her gift boxes, tagging her co-star, Pedro Jimeno, and thanking him for the picture. Recently, Pedro posted Instagram stories of himself playing with his 2 black cats and tagged Julia's business page, informing his followers that the toy he used came from a gift box Julia had sent. Although Pedro didn't directly tag Julia in his Instagram stories, it was clear that he was pleased with the gift box she had sent him. It's impressive to see Julia attracting new customers, particularly those who are as well-established as she is. Developing a strong customer base will enable her to promote her business to a broader audience, resulting in increased sales. Pedro isn't the only cast member who supports Julia's new business. Fellow pet owners and co-stars, including Jasmine Pineda, Sophie Sierra, Corey Rathgeber, and many others, followed Julia's business page. Some of them have promoted her business several times on their social media pages. Hopefully, partnering with popular 90 Day Fiancé cast members will help Julia's business grow. Julia's new partnership with Pedro appears to be strictly professional and business-oriented. Pedro has been working on improving his public image, leading to speculation that he may be promoting Julia's business to portray himself as a helpful and generous person. Julia, in turn, may have called Pedro her friend because he helped promote her business. It doesn't seem like she's a close friend of the controversial star. Still, it would be interesting to see if Pedro continues to post more videos promoting Julia's business, as well as who the next co-star to promote Julia will be. Pedro wasn't very nice to his ex-wife, Chantel Everett, but he showed himself to be a good friend to those close to him. He may have promoted Julia's business on social media out of kindness, but it's also possible that he did so to repair his reputation among fans. It's also possible that Julia sent Pedro the gift box for free, so he could promote it. Since neither of the 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, cast members have extensively discussed their friendship, it's reasonable to conclude that they are simply co-stars who support each other. Shekinah struggled to trust Sarper due to his past and ongoing behavior. Sarper admitted to being intimate with nearly 3,000 women, which deeply unsettled her. Despite his claims of faithfulness, Shekinah remains skeptical, questioning whether he can truly change. She has said, "If he can't own up to his mistakes, he does not have the type of character I need in a man, and I can't be with him." Past relationships and accusations of dishonesty have intensified her doubts, leaving their future uncertain and their bond strained even after 90 days.